few years ago, I wrote an article for Municipal World that led me into several discussions with people um, around the topic of community engagement. And I said to them, you know, the funny thing is we all talk about community engagement, but most municipalities practice community re-engagement. Um, they'll go full force. They have a major project, maybe it's a transportation strategy or master plan for recreation or whatever it may be, and they do everything they can to engage as many residents as possible. Once that project is finished, the engagement stops. Our philosophy, all the way back to 2009, is community engagement is something that needs to build capacity over time. It's not community and re-engagement. When you engage with an individual resident, you want to do your utmost to ensure that you're maintaining that engagement with that resident, and that over time, you're also educating them about what the municipality is doing. That helps to build trust of residents within or for the municipality goes a long way to that municipality flourishing and being successful in the eye of the residents. So building trust and having that connection is very important. One of the main ways of doing that is continual engagement. What we do in the W Group to help municipalities build that engagement capacity, there are really a couple of things that we've been doing over the past, 12 years now. One of them is we build online research panels for communities. That is, we, through various methods, will invite residents to come in, complete a fairly detailed profile questionnaire so that we're collecting all of the demographic information on them. We collect that demographic information once. It enables us to structure a database essentially of residents that fairly represent the community. When we're looking at the data and the demographics, and if we're too light on certain demographics, often it's the younger ages, we'll go out and do specific marketing and communications activities to engage them and get them to join the research panel. Now, a lot of you I know do have some lists and some tools that you use in the community to engage people, and they register to keep tabs on a certain project over time, and then you continually engage them after that. That's great. It's a great start. No question about it. It's far better than not doing that at all and doing the re-engagement instead. So it's a huge step in the right direction. I see and understand the power of online research panels. I have been involved in online research panels since the late 1990s when I was president and CEO of one of the first global research panels. It was called 1millioneyes.com, and we had 100,000 residents from around the world. I always laugh that it was from Afghanistan through Zaire, and in fact we had people join this panel from every country on the planet. So early on, being involved in online research panels, I could see the power of that and was always very passionate about how to bring that power to communities, to municipalities, so that they can, again, engage with residents and actually keep engaged with them for a long period of time, build their insights by giving them knowledge and really essentially allowing them to be insightful about what the community is all about, what the municipality is doing, their plans, their successes, maybe some of their failures, and how they learn through that process. Very, very critical. I think sometimes in any business, whether it's a consulting firm like the W Group a municipality, sometimes we think that everybody else in the world understands what we do and cares about our work as passionately as we do. Quite frankly, residents don't understand what municipalities do. They don't know how passionate the people are about their work. They don't understand DCCs or various other terms that within a municipal city hall everybody understands. So you really need to be proactive and engage them and keep them engaged and develop that level of insight and knowledge and understanding over time. So going back to the power of an online research panel, it is being able to understand who's in that database and making sure that the database is a microcosm, a fairly representative microcosm of the residents within your community. So when you need to reach out and do a survey or do an online discussion or do some sort of interaction related to a community-based project, you have an avenue to do that. And you can send out email invites. We, on a regular basis, when we're doing surveys through one of the panels that we manage for various municipalities, say to municipalities, and they're kind of stunned by this initially, is that we say, yeah, within the first 72 hours, you're going to get 90% of all the responses we can anticipate for that survey. So it's not like a survey from 10, 20, 30 years ago where you would start working on the survey and it would take 3 months and you'd publish it in the newspaper and you'd promote it on the radio and you'd get all the printed forms back in, you'd do the data entry and all of that. No, it's very, very quick. And so when you're making some decisions, and of course, more recently with COVID-19, great example, there was a number of municipalities that we worked with very closely to help them better understand what the residents were thinking and feeling about different aspects of COVID-19. The issue around when should parks be closed, when recreation facilities should close, as well as the process to reopen them and how comfortable residents were with partial reopenings and lower capacity reopenings. That really helped municipalities better plan for their reopening processes and to evaluate staff levels and so on. So having a research panel, having the ability to go out to the community very quickly, again, 3 days and get results back is critical to operating municipalities. It's not yesteryear where you could wait 3 or 4 months for some of the decisions. Generally speaking, everything moves at a faster pace, including residents, and you need to reach out to them in a proactive manner, not in a passive manner. And having an online research panel is one way to do that. Another benefit of having an online research panel is because you have the demographics on the respondents or the residents already, you don't need to waste time in the survey asking the same questions over and over again. So that's a huge benefit, not only to the survey taker, the respondent, the resident, but also to the planner or the staffer involved in the survey, because we can get a few more questions into the survey instead of asking the demographics. So quite a few benefits, quite a few opportunities with that.